Welcome to the deep dive. We take material you send us, pull out the key ideas, and give you that concentrated knowledge.
Yeah, helping you get straight to the core.
So today, we're looking at something one of you shared. It's a book from 2025 called 12 Habits in 12 Months, The Ultimate Method to Change Your Life.
Right. And self-improvement, it can feel like a lot sometimes, can it? Just constant pressure.
Totally.
What's neat about this book, though, is the structure.
Yeah.
It's very step-by-step, like a plan.
Yeah, less overwhelming.
Exactly. It's not pushing for these massive overnight transformations. It's more about carefully adding one habit each month, and they're meant to build on each other.
I liked their analogy, building a house, brick by brick, developing that muscle of change, they call it. You focus on one big habit a month, let it sink in, then add the next one.
Right.
Okay, so let's give everyone a taste of the whole year. We're focusing on the start today, but the full 12 habits, they cover a lot.
They really do.
Things like physical well-being, they talk about weight management, but sustainably. Then mental growth, like reading more. Assertiveness, learning to say no.
That's a big one for many people.
Oh, yeah. Then productivity, less procrastination. Finding calm, maybe meditation. Better management through delegation. Gratitude for a positive mindset.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
Learning new skills, emotional intelligence through journaling.
Future security, like investing and building better relationships, is quite the journey.
It is. But a really important point the book makes right away is flexibility.
Ah, good point.
While there's a suggested order, they say you can totally start with whichever habit calls to you most, whatever fits your life right now.
So it's more of a guide than strict rules.
Precisely.
Okay, so for this deep dive, we'll zoom in on those first few months. They seem to lay a really important groundwork.
Yeah, the foundations.
Let's jump right into month 1. The focus is physical well-being, and it specifically mentions losing weight.
Right. And that phrase, lose weight, it can bring up a lot for people, can't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, oh no, not this again.
Exactly. Maybe past attempts didn't stick. What this book tries to do is shift away from those, like quick fix promises or the all or nothing thinking that sets you up to fail.
Right. It's not about crash diets or anything.
No, the focus is on small, sustainable tweaks, changes to how you eat, how you move, that you can actually stick with.
And it doesn't push for expensive gym memberships or complicated diets.
Not at all. It highlights really accessible stuff like walking or using a stationary bike if you happen to have one. Simple things.
And the benefits they list go way beyond the number on the scale.
Oh, absolutely. That's key. They talk about having more energy, feeling better, doing activities you enjoy, clothes fitting more comfortably, and those important health markers like blood pressure, blood sugar, plus the mood boost, the mental clarity. That's the real payoff.
Okay, so how do they break it down? What are the actual steps for month 1? It's the full-week plan, right?
Yeah, 4 weeks. So week 1, it starts pretty gently. Focus on hydration, just noticing and maybe cutting back on sugary drinks.
And movement-wise, just 10 or 15 minutes of walking or cycling, comfortable pace. The main thing is just doing it consistently, every day.
Even just 10 minutes. Why is that small start so important?
Well, it's about breaking that sedentary pattern, Even that little bit of movement gets endorphins going, improves circulation.
Ah, the mood elevators.
Right. And it starts building the routine without feeling like this huge chore. It's manageable.
Makes sense. Then week 2.
Week 2 builds slightly. Maybe think about improving breakfast choices a little. Continue cutting back on sugary drinks.
Still focusing on the drinks.
Yep. And for movement, maybe push it to 20 minutes. Or keep it at 15, but pick up the pace a bit. The key is listening to your body.
So small increases.
Exactly. Your body adapts pretty quickly. It helps metabolism, reinforces the habit. You might notice feeling better after a good breakfast, or that water actually tastes good when you skip the soda.
Okay, week 3.
Week 3 introduces smart snack swaps. So instead of grabbing, say, chips automatically, you consciously pick fruit or nuts or yogurt, even a bit of dark chocolate.
Nice. Making a deliberate choice.
Right. And movement expands a bit conceptually. They introduce movement pills.
Movement pills. I like that.
Yeah. Little bursts of activity. Taking the stairs, parking further away, quick walks every hour, stretching.
Ah, weaving it into the day.
Exactly. Because snacks can really add up, calorie-wise. And these little movement bursts, surprisingly good for your metabolism, doesn't always have to be a full workout session.
Got it. And week 4.
Week 4 brings in some light planning for main meals. You're just thinking ahead mentally. And a big focus on veggies, aiming for half your plate at lunch and dinner.
Planning helps avoid those what should I eat moments.
Totally reduces decision stress. And movement-wise, you consolidate that daily session, maybe aiming for 25, 30 minutes now, plus keeping up the movement pills.
And veggies, well, we know they're good for us. Fiber, vitamins.
All that good stuff. And by this point, consistency is really embedding the habit. Hopefully you're finding some enjoyment in the movement too, which helps it stick long-term.
Okay, but things inevitably come up. The book addresses common obstacles, right? Like the big one, I don't have time.
Oh yeah, the classic. The book suggests reframing it. Is it really no time, or is it priorities?
Good question.
It encourages scheduling wellness appointments in your calendar. Treat them like real appointments.
Block out the time.
Exactly. And if something unavoidable comes up, don't just skip it. Reschedule it. Even a shorter session is better than nothing. It's about honoring that commitment to yourself.
What about, oh, I just don't feel like it today, or oops, I slipped up?
That's normalized too. The book's very realistic. There will be off days, motivation waxes and wanes. You might eat something off plan.
Happens to everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
The key is, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Just get back on track the next day. One slip doesn't ruin everything.
That's reassuring. Then there's the scale issue. I'm doing this, but the scale isn't moving.
Yeah, that can be discouraging. The book stresses this is about sustainable well-being, not necessarily rapid weight loss.
Focus on other things.
Exactly. Notice the internal shifts first.
Yeah.
More energy, sleeping better,
Yeah.
better digestion, mood improving. Those are the real wins initially.
Right. The consistency is the goal.
If weight loss is a goal, it often follows naturally from consistent healthy habits. But it takes patience. Focus on feeling good overall.
And finally, social stuff. Parties, dinners out, temptations.
The advice there is pretty practical. You don't need to become a hermit.
Good.
Plan a little ahead if you can. Make smart choices when you're out. Simpler dishes, lots of veggies, water. Taste things, enjoy them, but maybe don't go overboard.
Moderation.
Yeah. And crucially, get right back to your routine the next day. No guilt trips, no punishment, just resume.
Okay, solid advice for month 1.
Yeah.
So building on that, we move to month 2, read 1 book a month. Focus on mental growth.
And again, the book clarifies something important right away. That title, 1 book a month, might sound like pressure.
Yeah, like you have to finish it in 30 days.
But the real goal, especially at first, is just building the habit of daily reading, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, so finishing the book is secondary to reading every day.
Exactly. Finishing books becomes a natural result of that consistent daily practice over time.
Makes sense. It's about the benefits beyond just the book count. What does the book highlight there?
Lots of things. Reading as a healthy escape from stress, constant mental expansion, learning new things.
Training your concentration too, I bet.
Definitely. And fostering empathy, understanding different perspectives, enriching vocabulary, communication skills.
Sparking imagination, creativity.
Yeah, and just that satisfying feeling of steady progress, turning the pages day by day.
So the month 2 action plan, also 4 weeks.
Yep. Week 1 is simple. Choose a book you're genuinely interested in.
Doesn't have to be highbrow literature.
Not at all. Ebooks, audiobooks, totally fine alternatives. Then just start the daily ritual. Read for a short time, 5-10 minutes maybe.
And crucially, it's okay to ditch a book if it's not grabbing you. Find something else. It should feel like pleasure, not homework.
Good point. Week 2, focus on consistency. Try not to miss a day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. That's better than 0.
Keep the streak going.
Right. You could maybe increase the time slightly if you feel like it. And make your reading spot nice, comfortable, inviting. Connect the action with feeling good.
Okay. Week 3.
Week 3 encourages reading a bit more consciously. Maybe pause and think about what you read. Reread a sentence that strikes you. Maybe even jot down a note.
Engaging more deeply.
Yeah. And maybe experiment. Try an ebook on your commute, an audiobook while cooking. See where else you can fit it in. And again, be flexible. Be kind to yourself if you stumble.
And week 4.
Maintain the daily habit. Reflect on the month. What worked? Best time, best place. What got in the way? What benefits did you notice?
A little self-assessment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And crucially, choose your next book to keep the momentum going. Celebrate that you committed to reading daily for a month.
I like how the book suggests combining habits too, like reading after your month 1 walk, or listening to an audiobook during the walk or bike ride.
Yeah, habit stacking makes it efficient. Finding ways to weave it into your existing routine.
Smart. Okay, obstacles for reading. I don't have time. Must come up again.
It sure does. And the advice is similar to month 1. Start small, 10-15 minutes. Look for downtime. You can swap out maybe less scrolling.
Ouch. Guilty.
Haha, many of us are. Schedule it, set reminders. And audiobooks are great for multitasking during commutes or chores. Find those pockets of time.
What about concentration? I get distracted easily.
Start short in a quiet place. Phone away. Choose books that really pull you in. And the good news is concentration is like a muscle. It gets stronger with practice.
Okay, I don't know what to read.
Ask friends for recommendations. Explore different genres. Don't be afraid to start light. Just get reading.
What if you nod off while reading? Happens to me sometimes.
Very common. Try reading when you're naturally more alert. Maybe sit up instead of lying down in bed.
Makes sense. And the pile of unfinished books, or getting stuck in a boring one.
The book gives you permission, full permission, to stop reading a book if it's not working for you. No guilt. Just pick up something else that excites you.
That's liberating. Reading should be enjoyable.
Absolutely. The goal is the habit, the pleasure, not forcing yourself through something tedious.
Okay, so month 1, physical well-being. Month 2, mental growth through reading. Now, month 3, saying no without guilt, assertiveness and boundaries.
This feels like such a crucial follow-up, doesn't it? Protecting the time and energy you're starting to cultivate.
Totally. If you just keep saying yes to everything, where does the time for walking or reading come from?
Exactly. The book starts with those relatable moments, agreeing to something you don't want to do, then feeling resentful or overwhelmed.
We've all been there.
What's powerful here is how they frame saying no. It's not just self-care, though it is that. It's also about preserving the quality of your yeses.
Ooh, I like that. Explain more.
Well, if you say no to things that don't align, you free up time and energy for what does matter. Less stress, less overload. It builds self-respect, leads to more honest relationships, creates space for the right yeses, and you end up doing a better job on the things you do commit to.
Okay, so how do you learn to do it? The month 3 plan. Week 1.
Week 1 is about uncover your hidden yes.
Hidden yes.
Yeah, it means getting clear on your own priorities. When someone asks you for something, consciously think, if I say yes to this, what am I implicitly saying no to in my own life?
Like saying no to my reading time or my walk.
Exactly. Those habits from month 1 and 2. So identify your important yeses,
Yeah.
and then find a really low-risk situation to practice saying a gentle no, just to start flexing that muscle.
Okay, low stakes first. Week 2.
Week 2 directly connects saying no to those priorities you just identified. It suggests prepping some simple, polite refusal scripts.
Like having something ready to say.
Yeah, you don't need long excuses. Something like, thanks for asking, but I can't take that on right now, or my schedule's full at the moment. Simple, polite.
Keep it brief.
Right, and mentally rehearse them. Then try using one when a low to medium risk request comes up. Having practiced makes it easier.
Mental prep helps confidence. Week 3.
Week 3 revisits that uncover your hidden yes idea. Really hammer it home. Ask yourself again, if I say yes to this request, what important yes of mine am I saying no to?
Keep reminding yourself what's important.
Exactly. The book suggests actually writing down maybe 2 or 3 of your absolute top priorities, your non-negotiable yeses. Keep them visible.
So you know what you're protecting.
Precisely. When you're clear on why you're saying no, what you're protecting, it feels less like deprivation and more like empowerment, less guilt.
That makes a huge difference. So these first 3 months really set a strong foundation, huh? Body, mind, boundary.
Absolutely. It's that brick-by-brick approach.
Yeah.
Sustainable steps, building momentum, not trying to change everything at once.
Yeah, it feels manageable broken down like this.
And hopefully for you listening, this look at the initial months gives you some, aha moments, some actionable things you could maybe try.
Without feeling totally overwhelmed by information.
Right. This early phase is about laying that groundwork for the whole year. Think about how these habits, body, mind, boundaries, might fit into your own goals.
The potential for that step-by-step change.
Exactly.
So maybe a final thought for you to ponder. Considering these foundational habits, physical well-being, mental growth, setting boundaries, which one feels like it could be the most impactful starting point for your journey right now? And what's one tiny first step you could take, maybe even today?
Yeah, just something small to get started.
Yeah.
And we definitely encourage you to look into the later months of the 12 Habits program yourself, using these ideas as a springboard.